welcome to my channel. Thank you for clicking this video. If you are new to this channel, let me introduce myself really quick. My name is Novie. I'm Indonesian. I live in the UK in London since 2018, and in this video I'm going to share with you my experience in participating in clinical trial. It's a paid clinical trial, okay, in London. But disclaimer, I'm not gonna be mentioning what company that I was participating into. I'm just going to share with you my experiences and my, how the process was from the beginning until the ending. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so I came across to this clinical trial when I scrolled down my, Facebook homepage, and then I checked. It's kind of interesting because back when, I think I found this advert in October 2022, and at that time I was jobless. I just left my job and my work, and then I think like, why not? Because it mentioned that I need to be in quarantine if I'm qualified, to join this clinical trial. And I'm thinking like, okay, why not? Let's give it a try, because the amount that they compensate to us is quite interesting. So yeah, I'm thinking like, no problem, let's give it a go. So I just registered myself online. It's pretty quick, it's pretty easy. They just ask you about your your height, your weight, your medical history, and then your like drinking habits, smoking habits, etc. And yeah, basically just it, and you just need to submit it online. And the day after, they called me, and then just to make sure, it was about like 20 or half an hour call, just to make sure about the data that you just submitted before online. And then when everything is like checked, they going to book for you an appointment for first screening. The first screening is blood check. It's to check your antibody. And I think I attended the first screening just the next day after the call. And at the clinic, I just need to fill up some form and sign off some agreement, like if I allow them to access my medical history through my GP from NHS and etc. And then they took my blood sample, and that's it. And it took about 2 weeks or 3, I think 2 weeks afterwards. Yeah, they called me again for the next screening. Apparently I passed the first screening, so the next step is second screening. It's gonna be full medical checkup, consult with their GP, okay? And then there's a ECG, spirometry, alcohol test, vital test, blood check, of course. And yeah, so basically it's a complete basic medical checkup, okay? And from both screenings, I've got compensated about 110 pounds. Okay, so the first screening they paid me 40 pounds, and then the second screening they paid me 70 pounds. So that's like, okay, it's good. Yay. All right, so after the second screening, I think it took only a couple of days, and then they came back to me again. They called me, they informed me that I'm qualified, I met all the requirements, so I can go to the next step, which is the study, the quarantine, because they are studying for a new drugs, the effectiveness of these drugs against the flu, okay, the flu virus, sorry. So yeah, I was like, okay, no problem. I'm in the middle of nothing. So I don't have any job at that time, and I have a lot of free times, and yeah, let's do it. So I chose to be in quarantine in December 2022. So they have their own accommodation. It's a hotel that is specifically for this trial, and then all the meals are provided by them, and if you breakfast, lunch, dinner, and also if you request snacks also, you can always ask them. And the room is it's pretty nice, actually. it's quite big for me, but it's not big enough, you know. It's spacious, okay? So you have your own bathroom, and then there is a fridge. They also provided games, PS4 with 3 games, but because I don't play games, so I didn't touch them at all. And there's a TV with the Netflix in it, but of course you need to, you know, log in your account on it. And then there is another streaming platform, and also 24 hours Wi-Fi. So that's good. Okay, so yeah, I'll tell you from the first day of admission until the day 16th. Okay, so the first day of admission, it was pretty quick actually. It was about 9 or 10 in the morning, and there was a quick briefing about, you know, the schedule and what you can expect during the quarantine, etc. And then yeah, basically it's for the day 1 of the admission, it's the same screening, like, you know, the second screening that I attended before. It's full checkup screening, and then the day 2, it's blood test. I think day 2 until day 5 it's same blood test, and then day 6 there is a pre-check again before they injected these new drugs or placebo, because both of us, me or them, they don't know which one that they injected into me. So it could be these new drugs or, you know, the placebo, because the concept is double blinded. Okay, so both of us, we don't know what is this. Okay, so the day 7 they just injected this stuff into me. I didn't feel anything at the time. I felt only, you know, a bit like pinch, you know, when they injected, it's like a bit painful, but afterwards I don't feel like, you know, the sore or anything else, you know. I didn't feel anything. I felt just okay. And then also from that day until day 16, I always need to fill up the symptoms diary card. Okay, it's a form basically. They ask whether I have some of the symptoms that I am experiencing, for example, stuffy nose, runny nose, or, you know, fever, chillness, etc. You know, and also how is the scale, if it's 0 or until 10, you know, how do you feel? So basically, as far as I can remember, from the day they injected me this thing, I don't feel anything. Okay, I don't feel any weakness, nothing at all. Everything is just normal. Okay, until so after the injection, I need to wait until 5 more days, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And then after that, they put the flu virus into my nostrils. Okay, so yeah, it was pretty funny, because it's my first experience of, you know, participating in this clinical trial. So it's like a drops, you know, you just need to lay down on the bed, but with your head is bit kind of, you know, hanging like this, and then they drops you 2 drops of the virus on each nostrils. Okay, so 2 drops, 1 drops here, 1 drops here, 1 drops, so that's it. And they kind of give you something to, you know, close your nostril. You can't do anything until 2 weeks. I mean, like, sorry, 2 days. And like for example, drinking something hot or taking hot showers, it's forbidden for 2 hours after, you know, the drops of the virus. And after that, that's it. And you are allowed to do anything else, just as, you know, your usual activities. And honestly, on that day when they dropped me the virus, I felt big weakness, like, you know, like your body is so weak, like I just need to sleep straight away when you just feel unwell. But it's not something that really bad, like you know, bad headache or stuffy nose or, you know, etc. Like when you've got virus. So I slept earlier, I remember, because normally I slept at 10 o'clock and then at that day I slept at 8 or 8:30, I think. Yeah, and I even skipped my meals. So yeah, because I feel like I'm so weak, so I just slept. Okay, and then the next day, nothing. It's okay. It's just, you know, when you woke up, you need to sneeze it's something common for me, you know. Even now and then I always, you know, sneeze in the morning, and then after that it's just gone, so it's okay. So I think I've got these new drugs, maybe, I don't know, I'm not too sure, because they don't tell me until this day, until I made this video, so I'm not too sure. Or every day is blood check. Blood test. It's twice a day, so brace yourself. If you don't really like the needles, the syringe, and the blood, maybe it's not for you, of course. Okay, so that's the clinical part. And then the other thing that I want to share with you is the meals. Oh, to be honest, I'm not really fan of their meals. Okay, their meals is okay, sometimes it's edible, but I'm not really, you know, the fans of their meals, because I don't know, it's just, I think from that time, 16 days I was in quarantine, I felt like I lost my appetite, you know, until today. This is 1 month after the quarantine. I am still struggling to regain my appetite. So I don't know, I think I lost my appetite really, because the food is not, I don't know, I can't say, it's not my thing, you know. I don't know, but I'm still lucky, you know. They give me food, etc. But yeah, if they can give me a better choices, maybe I would be really, really, really grateful. Okay, so the money that I received from this quarantine is £3,000. So that's for the 16 days of quarantine, £3,000. And then, you know, 2 days screenings, 110, so together is 3,110. And then there's another 5 days of follow-up, and you know, with this follow-up you need to go to the clinic, and then they will take your blood test, blood sample, and then they will compensate you for each follow-up is £200, so times 5, that's gonna be 1,000. So in total it's gonna be 4,110. So that's good money. Yeah, it's, I mean, it's considering that I was jobless, I haven't got the job, and then it's really good money for me. Yeah, and yeah, that's it. So thank you so much for, you know, watching this video. If you have any questions regarding this clinical trial that I might be able to answer, just shoot it on the comments sections below. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Thank you again, and I'll see you on my next video. Thank you, bye.